So this is what it looks like here with the front suspension off. This is the base of the inverted fork. Just so you know, essentially this is gonna go in here. John, you wanna play baseball or something? Look, what do you think? What do you think now? All right, John, here it is. You're putting the final touches on it. Good morning, everyone. Today, I'm actually rushing. Excuse this entire mess because I got a lot of things going on. I got a lot of projects going. What we're gonna do today though, is we're gonna take this motorcycle here, my Sturgis build, back to J&B Cycleworks over there to John because we're gonna redo the front suspension with Ohlins cartridges and all that. So just bear with me. Just moved my Mako CVO out the way so I can have room to back up, but excuse the mess. I got my turbo build over here that I'm redoing the whole thing. I got a whole set coming from Avon Black. Well, actually it's already here. I just need to do it. I'm running out of time. We got Sturgis coming up. The carbon fiber parts here that were on my turbo bagger, they're actually sold. So if you're inquiring about that, they're sold. I'm gonna give them to their new owner tomorrow. And today's July 5th, the day after 4th of July. So I hope everybody had a happy 4th of July. Again, apologies since I'm rambling. I'm just getting my thoughts together here because Sturgis is right around the corner. I have to go over there to John, do that today. Obviously make a nice video for you all, but just excuse the mess. All right, here's John bringing the bad boy in right now. There she is, right there. Gotta line it up to make sure it's centered for the ramp. Damn, that compression though. That sound is something else. Here, let me get over there and do it. Or I got this right here. How about, yeah, I got the bike. That should be the name of this bike, teamwork. Every shop involved with it, everybody. So we're back at John's shop here in J&B Cycleworks. Today we are going to upgrade the suspension, right, John? Yes, sir. In the front, because last time when we were here, we installed the tires, the wheels, and all that. So check out those videos. We got the rear Ohlins suspension here. It's not even adjusted to me, but we put it on, and I'll tell you what, right out the box, it is super comfortable for me. And then in the front, we're also going to match it up with the Ohlins suspension. We're going to do the next 30 or next 20? I think. Don't quote me, but I believe it's the
slightly different because of the inverted front end.
Right. They're the next something, and as we make the video, we'll let you know which ones they are. But they're going to be inserted in here, and then these tubes here are kind of like chrome, if you see. But they're going to be swapped out for the black DLC, is that what it's called?
Yeah, DLC, diamond light coating.
Diamond light coating, so that's what we're going to do today.
You know what we need to order for you?
What's that?
They make billet covers for that now.
For this here?
Yep.
See? John's always on it, man. All right, so we already took off the front CVO, I guess, forks, right? Is this what this fork? Yeah. So if you guys haven't seen this before, this is what it looks like. Your CVO stock fork tube or whatever, and right away I'm noticing that it's like thinner here and then thicker as it goes down. Let me try to get closer, but here it's kind of like thin, and then right around here it gets thicker, or if it comes on the video. But look at this, it doesn't weigh too much, does it? Right? So looks pretty cool.
Inverted forks is better control of the oil and less unsprung weight.
Less unsprung weight. Well, maybe that's why I like it, but
less weight below the spring.
Oh, okay.
With a conventional fork, you have a lot of weight under the spring load.
Yeah.
These, it doesn't, because you just got the axle lug.
Wow. I was actually entertaining getting the actual Ohlins whole forks, front end stuff, but I think what they have different is this, and I guess a tube, but I think they use the same cartridges inside, so we decided to just stick with what we have because it's better that way. Hey, John, you want to play baseball or something? Look, what do you think? What do you think now? What is my batting average? .998? Just kidding. So this is what it looks like here with the front suspension off. And we're in the middle of it. Where we're at, as you guys saw already, we have everything off. John here already disassembled one of the forks, took everything off. Now he's in the process of taking the tube off. and we're gonna replace it with the DLC one, right?
Yes, sir.
So, but because he's doing that, he's actually having to disassemble the entire thing, like the entire thing, right? So now we are installing these tubes. Who's the brand of these?
Custom Cycle Engineering.
Custom Cycle Engineering. So give them a ring or contact my boy John here. But all we're doing now, well, there's a lot, but these are the black ones. So this is the base of the, let me move the camera. This is the base of the inverted fork. So just so you know, essentially this is gonna go in here and it's gonna be nicely DLC coated. And it's gonna look amazing on the Road Glide. So the time has come that we're opening these up. We are gonna, or John I should say, is gonna install this. But this here is the Nix 30 specifically for the inverted forks for the CVOs and that we have here. Well, CVOs 23.5 and above, or CVO STs, but this is the actual Nix 30 cartridge. What I like is you have your adjustable options here, just like on the other, what were they, Nix 27? Nix 22s, I think. So yeah, so you see right there you have those options. I did notice that this little rubber or plastic or piece here is a little different. And as you go down, this is your assembly here. Now right now we're looking at the instructions to see what we need to get done. But this is what it looks like, and it is going to get installed on the tubes here that are now, or the suspension that now has black tubes. But this is the Nix 30 for your CVO Road Glide models, at least the newer ones. Quick update, everybody. As you can see, now the forks were installed by that man right there, John.
One word of advice to anybody that thinks they want to do this themselves. That is a set screw that helps hold the tube in. Take that out before you start messing with this, because even with that out, these are not fun to remove.
Yes, we had to put some dad bod power in this. I'll just tell you that.
Yes,
but
some oomph put into those.
Oh yeah, that's no doubt about that.
But we're on the assembly process now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so as you can see, we obviously John wiped them down, cleaned out these tubes themselves, as well as all the other parts here. And as you can see with this, these DLC coated black tubes here, I think it changes the look right off the bat. What do you think, John?
I think it looks way sleeker.
Sleeker, that's a good
You
word.
don't have a whole lot of shiny bits on this bike.
Yeah.
So the black kind of just helps everything blend together.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And now it's
plus the coating itself is harder and slicker, so you should see less wear on seals, essentially.
Yeah. You know what? Let me grab the other tube. So just for a comparison, this was a stock tube that came with it, and as you can see, there's all this big, what is it, Loctite, right, from Harley?
A lot of Loctite.
So look at that, a lot of it. We're not even like playing with you.
Well, that's after you scrubbed it for 10-15 minutes.
That
with
is
a wire brush.
That is true. That is true. Let me get on this side. So these tubes, like as you can tell, where I guess it's kind of cleaned off, these tubes essentially go all the way down in here to the bottom right here is where they get screwed in. So the company that made these obviously took these apart and did their research before they sold them, so which I think is pretty nice. But yeah, they're installed here. Little things to touch up, obviously, throughout the whole motorcycle. But on this part of the video, we got these installed. John's tightening them up. I'll show you what it looks like from up there, the adjustments. Well, actually, I can show you right here. The cover is going to go on there. But yeah, I think it looks different. And obviously, compared to this that was there, it looks good. For all you guys that have the CVO STs, I want to say it's the same color, but this one to me looks a little bit more rich.
We'll look at the one in the back.
Oh, there's one over there?
Yeah.
All right, let's go check it out. John mentioned that I have a brand new 25 CVO back here, and I'm just gonna borrow it a little bit here. So if you were the customer, thank you. We're gonna compare the tubes. But look at the tube here. I mean, of course, it's not the best lighting, but I feel that this one here is, it's black, but it's more on the grayish kind of black. And I'm gonna plug in a video right now, if I haven't, of a side-by-side, because this here It's beautiful. I like what it looks like, but I feel it's more of the like on the gray side. So, wow, you got the wheel on already? Oh, we're just about.
We're getting there.
But you're right. I feel that the Harley stock one is more on the
Shinier.
grayer side
Okay.
than this one here in comparison. See that? Oh, the ABS
Throwing stuff.
or whatever that is.
That's the-
But yeah, so this is more of a darker, rich look versus the stock one. They both look good, except my CVO didn't come with the black one. If it did, I probably wouldn't have changed it, but we did, so in case you guys want to do the same.
Okay.
All right, John, here it is. You're putting the final touches on it.
Touches on the front end swap.
For all you guys that are wondering if it has CVO on it, that's the only thing that we kept that says CVO. But yeah, man, you already did this, so you want to walk them through what the left side is compared to the right side?
So left side is going to be your compression side. Right side is rebound. I'm not exactly sure why, but Ohlins specifies which side should be which. So obviously we followed their instructions. But what you have here is you've got the brass piece that is going to be the actual clicker or adjuster for compression or rebound adjustment for oil flow. And then this 14 millimeter hex nut is for your spring preload. So nice thing about Ohlins, they send you a guideline for your build based on rider weight and stuff. So we'll set the baseline settings here in a second before we pull it off the lift.
Yes, sir. That's the man right there, John.
I'm something.
J&B Cycleworks.
On the back, so this is Bruce's, this is Bruce's, this is Bruce's, this is Bruce's.
I forgot, guys. We're talking about what it looks like here from the cockpit area, if you will. That I didn't even show you what it looks like down here. Like, look at this, right? There's a. Let me see. Let me get from this angle right here. All right. Look at that. That part right there, I think, makes the world of difference. Yeah, it does. It definitely looks more sleeker, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
What do you think, John?
I think so.
Yeah.
Just kind of makes everything blend a little bit more.
There you go.
There's no chrome on the bike.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. That was the last piece of chrome. There's other pieces that need to get powder coated black and stuff like that, which will be coming in other videos. But this is what it looks like. And what I wanted was kind of to have the attention on the wheel and the Brembo on the caliper there. I was skeptical and I was going to maybe paint it black, and I might later on. But then when we went with all-American stainless steel exhaust there, I feel it kind of pops enough. I don't know, so I might paint it later on. I don't know. But that's what I guess it kind of looks like. And John, you guys just stay busy. Look, we're not even talking about all the bikes you have. You have a 24 Road Glide, you have a 25 Street Glide over there, you got the CVO back there, you got, I mean, you got,
CVO ST back there.
dude, and of course there's an Africa Twin right there somewhere. Like, you guys do it all.
Two R1s.
Two R1s,
Couple
dude.
BMWs.
Look,
Lots of stuff.
lots of stuff, guys. Bike is done now. You gonna take it for a spin?
Yeah.
Okay. The bike is done now, and John's gonna take it for a quick spin. Give us his thoughts on it and hit the road, man. This is a few days later. John actually took the bike out for a spin. He came back and he was ecstatic. He loved it. He was very impressed with the handling, but he was more impressed with the power and the handling of this motorcycle. It's really impressive, and I'll be honest with you all. When he went around that corner and he opened it up on this open road highway or situation that's right off the shop, I heard this engine roar as a spectator, as a bystander from his shop, and it was loud and rumbly. Loud, but not just a obnoxious loud, but a loud of like there's a lot going on with this All-American 153 cubic inch engine here. Nonetheless, thank you guys for watching this video. As you can see, my next video is actually going to probably be on this my turbo over here. I have to take a little break in between this motorcycle because I'm actually going to take this motorcycle to Sturgis and my turbo motorcycle to Sturgis. So they'll both be there, but I have to install and work and show you guys, right, all of the awesome Advent Black products that they sent me. I have a whole front fairing. I mean, the entire kit, the tank. Guys, I even have a King Tour pack that's paint matched the set that Advent Black sent me, and of course everything is great from them. But back to this motorcycle, just to recap, we upgraded the front suspension and the rear suspension, but we did the rear suspension in a previous video. But in this video, we went with the Ohlins Nix 30 cartridges, and with the, oh my goodness, custom cycles. I'm gonna include the name of the company where we got the black DLC coated tubes. And I think it looks great. Actually, let me bring the camera a little closer. Here it is, and I think it looks great. As you can see, I have quite a bit of rebound here going on, but it's okay. I'm gonna adjust it to my weight because I just wanna fine tune the suspension to myself. I have it more on the softer side right now, simply because I want it for more of a, you know, everyday kind of cruising range. But I'm definitely gonna stiff it up when I hit the curves because I think that might be a little too much. I don't know, I think that might be all right. It's not even half of the section there, but this is the setup here. And of course, with these awesome Bamco Motorsports bolts that we have here, they're amazing. And of course, the forged carbon fiber front fender from Bad Boy Cycles, along with this awesome paint from Jace. And this is a further away kind of eye level view to the motorcycle. And I just like how it just looks kind of black over here. I just don't know how I feel about the Brembo situation right there. I kind of dig it because I feel it goes with the exhaust. So let me know if I should darken it out or keep it as is. I'm kind of digging it, but then I feel it would look good if it was just all black, because these, again, these Bamco ARP bolts that we have throughout the motorcycle are good. They are nice, even up here in the controllers. Like, look at that, it looks great. And lastly, this next step for this motorcycle, I'm almost done with it 100%. I just need to go from front to back and see what else I want to blacken out. I might do the air breather situation here as well with other components. I have a few more parts coming for this motorcycle as well. You're not going to want to miss it, because the final touch I'm going to put this on this motorcycle, I'll just tell you now, is going to be a whole new light setup, and I'm excited to work with that company, and just wait and see. But the next one, as I mentioned, the next video is going to be on the turbo bagger right over there. That's going to have a whole different look over there, man. So y'all be good. Peace.